Hi. I hope you enjoyed the extended weekend, especially with the snow day yesterday. It's kind of nice having an extra day off. Just so you know, in class today, we are starting to look at calculate net force, and we are also reviewing the test from last week. So we did that last Wednesday. If you haven't taken the test yet, let me know, and we will arrange time for you to take it. But we are reviewing it in class and making some corrections. So when you come back, let me know, and we can do that in person. Anyway, onto warm-up questions. Last week we did the tug of war. So if you were in class, you saw that. And this was the review questions was just, okay, what is a force? What is a push or a pull? It's pretty basic. Um, Newton is just a unit for force. And then a balanced force is just when you have a zero net force. So you've got equal on both sides. And we'll look at that, or we'll see kind of what that looks like in a minute. An unbalanced force is a non-zero net force. And this, it should say there, if you can see it, says that's what causes movement. So you can see right here, an unbalanced force is what causes movement. Well, let's take a quick look at this. And if you're in class, you experienced the tug of war. If not, then we can have some fun last Thursday. Let's just kind of figure out, we've got one person on the left here, and we've got three people on the right. Let's just figure out if we can predict which way it's going to move. All right, on the left side, we've got this big guy. Let's just say he can pull with a force of 10 newtons. And then each of these smaller people are kind of slightly weaker, so we're just going to say they each pull with a force of 3 newtons. The easiest way, I think, to do this is to do a number line. Now we start at 0, and we're going to jump to the left 10 newtons, because that's what this guy is pulling. And then we're going to jump up to the right, however much these are pulling. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So this is where I end up. -1 or 1 to the left. To the left. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. This is what I meant by a non-zero net force, because we don't end up here on the 0. We end up somewhere else. Now, for instance, let's just erase this. If this person on the left had a pulling force of 9 newtons, then we would start out by jumping to the left. 9, and then back up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That would give us 0 newtons net force. So this would be a pretty intense looking tug of war. They just go back and forth, but they won't actually end up moving, so there'd be no winner. So that is what we're looking at today. What I'm going to have you do is open up Schoology, and there is an assignment in Schoology. We're looking at pushes and pulls, so realize that this was both pulling in one direction. What you'll see is that there'll be arrows showing either a push or a pull. You just have to add them together and think of the number line. So if I've got someone pushing with 20 newtons one way and then one pushing 10 newtons the other way, you just kind of go one way with the 20 newtons and then add the 10 newtons the other way to equal it out. Let's just take a quick look at what that looks like. I just switched computers, so I've got to pull this up again. Okay, so if we go into today's folder, here it is, almost done with the third quarter, which is crazy. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Just gonna like this. There's a lot on here, so pick odds or evens, and whatever you want to do, go ahead and do. So if you pick odds, you'll do 1 and you'll skip 2 and do 3, skip 4 and so on. Just do the odd numbers. If you want to do evens, then you'll skip and just do 2, 4 and so on. But let's do this one together. So what is the net force? So I've got 50 newtons to the right and 50 newtons to the left. So what we can do is, again, think of that number line. 50 newtons one way, 50 newtons the other way is actually going to balance out to a 0 Newton net force. However, if I look at question number 2, I've got 158 newtons one way and 225 newtons the other way. So again, kind of think of your number line. If I add 158 and then I subtract this 225, that's actually going to get me negative 67. So I'm going to end up saying 67 newtons. This one's the bigger one, so it's going to go left. And like I said, just do every other one. So either do evens or odds. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Message me on Schoology or email me. Okay, good luck.